Welcome to your own channel. The movie starts with Tom, who lives in a place where crime is very much. But Tom is an ordinary boy and is very good at studies. When Tom was 2 years old, his mom died. That's why Tom lives with his grandmother. Because Tom comes from a middle-class family, he asks his friend Danny to get a cheap phone, and Danny gives him a second-hand phone. Now this phone is very important in this movie, which we will know later. Tom has a beautiful problem in his life whose name is Lucy. Tom has liked Lucy since childhood, but he has never been able to say it. But today is going to be something special for Tom. If Tom is good at studies, Lucy asks Tom for help for the preparation of the upcoming exams. That's when Eugene comes there, who is a goon of the class and bullies people, but both of them ignore him. Now Lucy calls Tom to her house for studies this evening. Tom says yes, hiding his happiness. Now Tom goes to Lucy's house in the evening. He sees the door of Lucy's house open. When he goes inside, he finds Lucy's brother lying unconscious on the floor. And from a room, he hears Lucy screaming. Then some naked boys leave that room. That means these boys raped Lucy. Tom gets scared and runs away from there. But those boys follow him. Tom calls the police. Then one of them kills Tom. Now after 10 days in coma, Tom regains consciousness, where he finds out that the bullet had hit Tom's head, and where the bullet had hit, there was Tom's phone because of this. Some pieces of the phone have entered Tom's mind, which are impossible to remove, because this can put Tom's life in danger now. Tom will have to live with these pieces. Tom was being eaten inside that he ran away from there like a coward, and he is afraid that Lucy will never forgive him. But Grandma explains to him that there is no fault in this case. But if you don't go meet Lucy and talk to her, then it will be your fault, and cowardice too. Tom goes to meet Lucy with courage, where Lucy is very happy to see Tom. Tom apologizes to Lucy to run away from Lucy that day. But Lucy says that no one is angry with you to not become a hero. Now when she goes home, she surrounds Tom with thousands of voices outside. She could hear all the phone calls around her. He comes home with great difficulty, so she sees strange things in her room, like all the games in the video game box are in front of his eyes. He sees the whole system of the laptop. When Tom looks out of the window of the room, he sees the digital signals of the whole city going up in the sky. All this Tom can't bear and he goes unconscious. That's when Tom has a dream of that day. And in the range of Lucy's Wi-Fi router, he sees Eugene's phone, and that too when the incident took place, meaning Eugene was one of those boys. Then Tom wakes up and he sees a superhero toy on the ground, just like Tom. We will understand the meaning of this scene later. Tom sits in the bus to go to school, but he sees the same thing again. Digital signals of all phones, and hear the calls of people walking on the street. Then Danny tells him to go to the party tonight. Tom could see the location of the party from Danny's phone. Now sitting in the science lab, Tom looks at Eugene's phone carefully. Then he sees the video of that night on Eugene's phone. As soon as he sees this, Tom gets angry. Then something strange happens. A lightning shock hits Eugene's phone, and the phone falls from his hand. This also surprises Tom a bit. Now at night, Tom goes to that party. In that party, Eugene and his gang are there. Tom runs that video in his mind and matches everyone one by one. And Tom finds out that Eugene's gang were the people who went to Lucy's house that day. Tom learns hacking from his power and becomes a great hacker in a few days. Now it was time to find out about that gang. Now Tom follows Eugene and his partner to hack their phone. Then he finds out that Eugene also works for drugs. Tom hacks all the gang members' phones and keeps an eye on them all the time. He scares them while sleeping, sometimes by turning on the TV there, sometimes by playing loud songs. Seeing them worried, Tom gets a lot of peace. Now Tom is so good at hacking that his grandma has to pay 300 euros. But grandma didn't have that much money in her account. Tom easily transfers 300 euros to his account. Now Tom brings Lucy out of the house. Lucy feels good after coming out after so long, and she thanked Tom for supporting her so much. Tom apologizes to Lucy and says, "I am ashamed for that day, but I promise it won't happen again. Your safety is my responsibility, even if I have to sacrifice my life for this." Tom told Lucy for the first time, and Lucy is very happy to hear this. Now at night, Eugene and his gang steal a car. But as soon as they sit in the car locks. They try to get out, but they can't. The car starts and there is a short circuit in it, which starts to smoke in the car. Then a voice comes on the radio. "Why did you do this to Lucy?" This was Tom's voice. Before they could understand anything, the car caught fire. One of them, whose name is Kez, he gets scared and tells him that the boss had told him to do this. He wanted Lucy's brother to join our gang. He refused, so he had to do this to teach him a lesson. Eugene repeatedly refuses to tell him anything. But he doesn't listen to the case. Tom asks what your boss's name is. That boy says Kaz. That's when Tom opens the car's gates, and everyone goes out, and there's a blast in the car. Now Tom finds Kaz while searching for police records, and along with it, his address too. Here at Kaz's house, we sit and watch Danny. Then a video is shown on his TV in which someone is peeing in Kaz's car. Look, Kaz gets angry and everyone runs towards the car. Taking advantage of this opportunity, Tom enters the house. Now Tom starts destroying that place with his power. TV, music system, light bulbs all start blasting, but not one speaker is blasted. Tom goes near that speaker, so he finds out that it is only the cover of the speaker. Kaz has hidden his drugs inside it. Look at him. Tom's face is filled with a 6:53 next morning. The police search all the houses and arrest everyone one by one. Tom uploads his video on the iBOY account and everyone starts liking this new hero. Now Tom cleans Kaz's account. One day Tom hears Kaz's call, in which his boss Elman says that a big lot of drugs is coming tonight. You have to take him with full caution. Kaz makes his boss believe that he will handle everything. Now Tom goes to Kaz's house and starts following him. Following the location of the phone, Tom reaches where the lot was. Tom takes out the petrol from the bag and burns the drugs. And while uploading his video, he sends a message in the name of Elman that all this will not stop until then, until you stop your dirty work. But then everyone comes there and starts beating Tom. Kaz was very happy that finally he got an iBOY. Kaz was about to shoot him that suddenly he hears a loud noise which is so loud that everyone starts screaming with pain. Then the wounded Tom runs away from there and goes a little far and fainted. He regains consciousness until morning. He goes straight to his house, where Lucy gets angry with him because today was his exams and Tom missed those exams. Then we see that the body of Case is hanging from the building. Kaz had a doubt that the Case is the iBOY because everyone in Eugene's gang was caught, but only one Case was left, so Kaz killed him. Everyone was in shock by this incident. Then Tom comes to Danny. Danny says that, "How did you get this wound on your face?" Tom says that, "I fell down." Danny understands that Tom is hiding something from him. Tom changes the subject and asks, "What do you think? Who killed Case?" Danny says that the same hacker who started all this. It was difficult for Tom to hear this. He didn't want to kill anyone, but somewhere or the other, the cause of the death of Case was Tom. Now the news of the case spreads throughout the city and people's voices surround Tom, in which everyone is considering iBOY as the murderer of the case because the case was a gang member and iBOY was behind all of this. The people who were with iBOY were considering him as a hero. Now those people are considering him as a murderer. When Niraj Tom is sleeping at his house, he hears some noise when he goes out and sees some people have entered his house. One of them was Kaz and the other was his boss Elman. Now Elman says that, "I have heard you only from my mind. You hack people's phones. You can only think about putting money in the bank account or withdrawing it." Tom says, "I don't know what you're talking about." Then Elman hits him hard, which makes Tom fall down. Now Elman tells him to try to find out where Lucy is. Then Tom sees Lucy. Tom says Lucy has nothing to do with this. That means Tom agrees that he has superpowers, and he is the iBOY. That's when we see Eugene and his friends have kept Lucy locked up somewhere. And there's a phone in front of her so that Tom can see her. But Tom is 2 steps ahead of them. He uses the phone and calls the police. Here, Elman calls Danny inside. Danny was suspicious of Tom, and he told Elman that Tom could be the iBOY. Tom was surprised to see that for a few bucks, Danny sold his childhood friendship. Now, Elman puts money in Danny's mouth and sends him away, and tells Tom to transfer the money to his account. Tom starts to transfer the money without any hesitation. Look at this. A devilish happiness can be clearly seen on Elman's face. Here, the police comes there because of that phone. Everyone hides when the police comes and break the phone before leaving. Here, as soon as the phone breaks, Tom's attention gets disturbed. But Elman sees this. He suspects that Tom has done something. He immediately calls Eugene. When the phone rings, Eugene gets scared and puts his gun down to take out the phone, but the phone falls down and gets disconnected. Because the phone doesn't get any answer, the element takes Tom and leaves. Here, Eugene and the rest relax when the police leave. Then Lucy picks up the gun that fell down and taunts them all. Everyone starts apologizing to Lucy. They beg for their lives. Lucy says that she knows that it was you. How can you do this to me? We know each other since childhood. Lucy's mind is filled with anger, but she doesn't kill him. But then Alman comes in front of him and sees Tom at the gunpoint. Lucy puts down her gun and Eugene catches Lucy again. Tom moves forward to save Lucy, but Kaz kills him and puts him down. Now Alman tells Tom to transfer the money again. But Tom, instead of transferring the money, Elman's phone tries to blast. Elman throws the phone and saves it. Now Tom blasts everyone's phone one by one. Then Lucy takes advantage of the opportunity and steals the gun from Eugene and hits him on the head. But in the meantime, Elman runs away. Tom goes out to catch him. Then Elman attacks Tom from behind. But Tom makes the same loud noise that starts to blow Elman's head off. But Elman somehow attacks Tom's head, which makes Tom unconscious and his voice is cut off. Now Elman takes the pipe and is about to kill Tom when Lucy comes there. Lucy shoots Elman, but the gun doesn't fire because of the rain. Now Elman starts moving towards Lucy, but then, after trying 3 times, the bullet goes off once and it hits Elman's hand. Lucy can shoot again, but before that he catches him and hits him hard, which makes Lucy unconscious. But by then, Tom wakes up and gets mad at anger. He hits an electric wave towards Elvin with all his might, which kills him on the spot. But Tom's full power is used in this. He falls unconscious. Now the movie moves forward in time. We see that Tom and Lucy have come to their small date on the roof of the building. Their faces have the beautiful smile of love with the wounds. Tom and Lucy are starting a new life together. So this was today's movie.